Good morning. This is Yvette Owens from Company Culture with Yvette C. Owens. I'm so happy to be here with you this morning. It is not as pleasant outside as you would like today. I hear the rain, and I could say it's storming or I could say it's raining, but I'm choosing today to say that it's just raining and it's raining heavy because when I think of rain, I think of blessings falling. So let's just say good morning to you on this Thursday, rainy Thursday, where blessings are falling upon you. We're here to talk about stop ignoring the gifts in the room. Let's stop ignoring the gifts in the room. And what do I mean by that? So before jump into our topic for this morning, I wanted to again and thank you for joining again. Company Culture with Yvette C. Owens. You can find me on LinkedIn at Yvette C. Owens. You can find me on YouTube with Yvette C. Owens. You can find me on Facebook, Company Culture with Yvette C. Owens, or Destiny Speak, or the Diplomat Chronicles, or my personal page. So let's just jump right in. Stop ignoring the gifts in the room. Can I tell you that there's so many gifts that are in your room, that are in your space, that are on your team, that if you just go heads down and if you're just thinking about what you need from that perspective, you will miss some other opportunities to get even more than what you anticipated. What I mean is the people in the room, when they don't find opportunities to use what they have, their talents, their gifts, their skill set, when they're not given the opportunity to use them on a team or on a project, they will do it someplace else. How many of you, I let me just use me for example. I've had people as I've been coming out and really sharing and helping leadership. Some of my coworkers finding out about what I'm doing and things like that, and like, oh, I didn't know you were an author. Yes, I am a three-time author. Conquering Corporate Enemies, Mind, Personalities, and Situations. Let me slow down. I'm talking too fast for this morning. Both the book and the handbook, and my latest book, ebook, called No Bosses Allowed, Lead to Serve and Transform. They say, I didn't know you were an author. I didn't know you had a separate organization where you're helping leaders. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you have a nonprofit or that you're working and building a school. I didn't know that. Well, we don't know because we don't take the time to really learn and value. So I want to share with you 5 points, 5 reasons why that happens. First and foremost, and not only 5 reasons why that happens, but more importantly, how you can overcome it. Okay? So we're talking about again this morning, stop ignoring the gifts in the room. And again, if you don't know who I am Yvette C. Owens of Destiny Speak, the Diplomat Chronicles, and I'm known in my business as Business Ambassador. So how are we going to stop ignoring the gifts in the room? First and foremost, we're going to identify and appreciate your own gifts, not just as a leader, but every gift within you. So, see, this is not about what you're doing or not doing to others, but what are we doing to ourselves? Oftentimes we don't even think about the gifts we've been given. And I'm using that word very, very intentionally because sometimes we think that, I've gone to school, I've worked hard, I've taken this job, and I've strategically placed myself in that next job and so forth. And so I did this. Can I tell you that what you're called to and what you're doing is far bigger than you? I like to say it from this perspective that our gifts are divinely given to us. So, recognize the divine gifts you've been given. And gifts are very different than skill set. Gifts are those things that you just flow in naturally. And when you flow in them, you're doing them very, very, very well. And people come to you specifically because of those gifts. They're drawn to you because of those gifts. So, first and foremost, first point today, this morning, is to identify and appreciate your gifts and not just as a leader, not just your leadership gifts, but every gift that's inside of you, because that will help you connect with gifts around you. And for one or two reasons. One, it'll help you appreciate the gifts that you don't have. And two, it'll help you appreciate the differences, how the other gifts show up. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. Number two, be comfortable with the fact that you are not gifted in every area. So, first, yes, you do have a gift, and they're bigger than you, and they are being divinely given to you. But then you don't have every gift. So, be comfortable with that. Don't try to be in every lane, as we say sometimes. Don't try to be everything to everyone. You will fail. Let me just tell you, you will fail trying to be everything to everyone. And isn't that a relief? Isn't that a relief to know that you don't have to do and be great in every area? Just be great in the gifts that you've been given. All right. Number three, gain an appreciation for the gifts that you don't have. So, one, I'm recognizing the gifts that I do have and honoring them, not just because I've kind of like done it all the way, all along, and I've gone to school and I've got education around it and I've nurtured it and I've built it, but understand that if I'm having a tendency towards that thing, it's bigger than me and what I've done. It's divinely given. And so I'm appreciating every gift that I've been given where I'm allowed to flow freely in helping others, in building things, in creating. I'm allowed to flow freely there. Then I appreciate the fact and I get very comfortable that I don't have every gift. I don't. And it's okay. And therefore, that gives me room to believe and appreciate the fact that there's other gifts that I don't have, and I'm okay with that. And that gives me a greater appreciation for them. And so, especially as we're leaders, it takes many gifts to accomplish the vision that you're trying to fulfill. If you're on a team, the project you're trying to achieve, if you're on a project, all those things, it takes many giftings. So recognize this is what I bring to the table. And yes, I am the table because I bring those gifts to the table, but there's others that I need at that table. I can't do it alone. And so I start to have a better appreciation for the gifts that I don't have. And then identify, number four, which I kind of stepped into, identify those gifts that you need to complete that agreement, that fulfillment, that vision. Come into agreement with this is what I don't have and this is what we need to get this done and get it done well. I invited a former leader on. Some of you know I'm doing the I am the answer leadership mastermind with teens 14 to 18. And we finished up our 6 week and we're coming in to this Monday doing the closing ceremonies with the young people. And I'm so excited. But one of my leaders came in, former leaders, to talk to the young people about his leadership journey. And he classified me as this: Yvette is one of excellence and execution. That's me. That's what I do, right? So appreciate the gifts and identify the gifts that you need. And he needed where the assignments that we had, people who would bring excellence and execution. But he also needed analytic people. He also needed communicative people. And that doesn't mean that you don't do those things wherever your gift is, but where do you excel? Where do people absolutely depend on you? Okay? So that's number four. Identify the gifts needed to complete your specific assignment right now. And that will vary depending on where you go. And lastly, number five, appreciate those with the gifts, excuse me, with gifts that you possess. So again, we don't have to be everything to everyone, nor should we try to be everything to everyone. But there are times when we need more of people who do what we do. We were on a high performing team, and we had many people who had a spirit of excellence, who really wanted to work in excellence and did, and also executed. We knew we needed to get it done and get it done well. So we all didn't approach it the same way. So what I'm suggesting is that, and encouraging you, is to make sure when you see others with your same giftings that you have, that you don't fall into the trap of getting jealous or feeling that you have to compete with them or feeling that you have to rise above them or feeling insecure to them. Know that we could have the exact same gift, but we're going to execute it in a different way. We come from a different perspective, and so let's appreciate how others operate and move in the same gift that you have. I'm telling you, if you could take these 5 steps and do them really well, be very conscious of them, you are going to be phenomenal, more phenomenal than you are today. That's what I wanted to share with you today. The steps, 5 steps for stopping to ignoring the people in the room, the gifts in the room. Look for those gifts. But first and foremost, start with yourself. Don't think that what you do is just what you do because you've studied and you've worked hard to get there. No, there's elements of you that are divinely given gifts. Recognize them, appreciate them, so you can appreciate the same in others and you can welcome others to the table to help you build, create, complete whatever you have in front of you along with those people. I hope this helps you. If you would leave your comments or your questions in the chat, I'm happy to respond to them. Again, follow me on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I'm happy to follow you all and have a fantastic day. Even if it's raining like it is here today, know that it's blessings of rain falling and not a storm in your life. Have a great day. Bye bye.